Hello everyone, welcome back, Savage is here, coming back with part 16 of What If Deku made his own omnitrix. Now where we last left off, if you of course remember, Izuku has used one of Azimuth gifts, which is basically a DNA for Alien X, and after that just going back in time a couple of minutes ago before Mr. Negative and O'Neill attacked the place, reviving the people that have died in the scene, and also saving All Might from dying. And while that happening, he made do a little bit of changes on the mind of Mr. Negative, making him know that O'Neill is not in UA, so he didn't attack again. And if you're wondering why the hell did Izuku did that instead of just going back in time for the before he even got inside the portal and being teleported back in time into this timeline? Well, let me tell you this. Izuku was on, of course, Azimuth planet by that time, and if he actually did it, he will gonna go back into that device that Azimuth was about to take from him, the Paramatrix. So he was going to lose it if he go back in time. And also, O'Neill was going to be the only one that going through the portal into the old timeline, which will gonna result in Izuku death in the end. O'Neill changing some things. So if he done that, it will gonna be just a bad ending for him. So he decided to go back in time. And don't forget, like, subscribe, my Discord down in the description, and let's get right into it. As right now Izuku sitting with Azimuth in one of the rooms after leaving the place that were talking with the Principal Nezo and the other heroes, as he explained everything to Azimuth, and Azimuth said, interesting. So you actually did it. And you didn't actually go back in time. Smart move, kid. As Izuku said, yeah. But now I really wonder what will gonna happen next. I kinda, my memories of Professor Paradox is kinda blurry. I can't remember things, but it's just so blurry. As, of course, Azimuth said, well, for now, try to lay it down a little bit and don't go running into problems, alright? Don't be like Tennyson, as Izuku said, alright. And after that, Izuku sitting down, talking with Azimuth a little bit, actually trying to make a friendly conversation. He's trying to do it with Azimuth, from all people, which is of course not working at all, not even a little bit, as in the end he just gone into his room and start, just looking on the Paramatrix, seeing what's happening and everything, as he just got a cube out of a meat cube, and immediately just throw it into the Paramatrix, which is in the end absorb it and eat it. As Izuku says, I never actually looked at you like a little, puppet or something like that. You're more like an animal. Maybe it's kinda a little bit nice if we, just forgot about the part that you were gonna eat me alive if I didn't feed you. As after that, Izuku stay playing some video games for the night, and immediately the door of his room being immediately opened up as All Might coming into the room and said, Midoriya! As Izuku said, what is it, All Might? As All Might said, we need your help. The training camp of UA has been attacked. As Izuku said, what? As All Might said, yeah, we need your help now. As after that, Izuku, and after going with Azimuth, as he got into the car and immediately start asking All Might, saying, Azimuth asking All Might, saying, what is the emergency, All Might? As All Might said, well, it seemed that the League of Villains has attacked the training camp of UA, and we need you, Izuku, because you might have something. Your loss of transformation might be useful for us. As Izuku said, I will gonna do anything to help. But Azimuth, why are you here? As Azimuth said, I will not gonna leave you running around holding my device, or at least my technology. Well, you made it yourself, which is I still surprised about it, but it's still my technology. I will not gonna just let you run around with it. As Izuku said, understandable. But how you will gonna, as Azimuth said, I already thought about that. As Azimuth immediately pressed on a button on his, outfit, and immediately, like a green ball of energy covering his whole body, as he said, nothing can pierce through this thing, no matter what. As after that, Izuku said, cool, and after that, Izuku finally got into the place as he putting his hoodie on his head just to make sure that the student doesn't look at him, because, you know, he's like a secret of the government right now. As Izuku just going down, and after that he see in front of him all class 1A and class 1B, as he see Shinso, of course, from all the people, as he said in his mind, Shinso, it's really kinda weird to see him. Alright, Izuku, just focus, as after that All Might coming closer into Eraserhead with Izuku just looking down, and Azimuth just activating his, you know, like, camouflage ability so no one can see him. Of course, Aizawa know about Azimuth, but not the student and the police, as after that Aizawa said, hey All Might, well, good thing that you come here soon, and hello you two, as he just looking on Izuku, as All Might said, what's happened here, Aizawa? As Aizawa said, well, we've been attacked by the League of Villains and Bakugo has been kidnapped. As Izuku said, Bakugo has been kidnapped? As after that, someone hearing him, as he said, what? Wait a minute, is that? As after that, Kirishima started coming closer into this, you know, looking into this kid that wearing a hoodie jacket, as he said, hello All Might, as All Might standing in front of Izuku and said, hello, hello young Kirishima, why are you here? As Kirishima said, who's that person? As All Might said, oh, this kid? He's you can say a new student in UA. He will gonna join us in the next month in class 1A or maybe class 1B. He's someone with a great talents and such a great quirk. He's quite just shy, and we right now called him so he can help us using his quirk. As Kirishima said, oh, great. Well, my name is Kirishima, but why are you, standing in front of him? As All Might said, well, I told you, he's quite shy. As Kirishima said, oh, you have nothing to be shy about. My name is Kirishima, what's your name? As after that, Aizawa said, well, Kirishima, come with me, just leave him alone. As Kirishima said, well, it was nice to meeting you, I guess. As after that, Izuku said, damn it. As All Might said, well, looks like you're getting some eyes already, young Midoriya. As Izuku said, yeah, how about we just leave the place or maybe get into the car? As after that, everyone just gets inside the car, the police officers taking the student back into their houses and everything, and of course into the hospital, as Izuku sitting with everyone else, the other heroes, just talking a bit, as of course Principal Nezu said, well, we really don't have any possible way for us to be able to, of course, know where is Bakugo right now. Momoya Aruzu is right now unconscious, she couldn't, help us. And also there is a couple of students has died on the hand of Muscular, and a little kid that named Kota. As Izuku said, a little kid? As, Aizawa said, yes, he's died. As Izuku starts, getting a little bit angry and said, and he being killed by one of those villains? As All Might said, calm down a little bit, young Midoriya. I know it might be hard, but we have to focus. As Izuku said, alright. Azimuth, do you have any, anyway? As Azimuth said, I already thought about that. Give me your parametrics. As Izuku just putting his hand on the, of course, the table. As Azimuth starts playing with the, of course, the system and blah blah blah, some moves there and moves there, and in the end, voila! As Azimuth said, great. Now, Principal Nezu, do you have anything that belongs to Bakugo? Katsuki Bakugo? As Principal Nezu said, well, we have his, school uniform and his gym uniform. Why do you want them? As Principal Nezu, Azimuth said, just bring them to the kid. Alright, as after that, Principal Nezu just called someone to bring the clothes, and after that, Azimuth said, alright, kid, are you ready? As Izuku said, alright, I'm ready. As Azimuth pressed on the dial of the parametrics, and a black substance covered the whole body of Izuku, and after that, when everything done, he looking like this? As all the heroes start, getting a little bit disgusting by whatever this thing. As Azimuth said, now smell those things. As Principal Nezu said, he doesn't have. I know that he doesn't have an eye, but he has such a strong senses, smells, taste, and everything. And after that, Izuku starts sniffing the clothes. As after that, he immediately jumped out of the window, and Principal Nezu said, should we go after him? As Azimuth said, yeah, we should do that. Is the police and the heroes are ready? As Principal Nezu said, yeah, they are ready. Great, now take me with you. As after that, of course, Aizawa just putting Azimuth on his shoulder, and immediately after that, all the heroes and of course, the police officers start following this eyeless monster just running down the street. As some people are actually so, freaked about that. As in the end, Izuku jumped on one of the roofs of the building and immediately just pointing with his tail on something. As after that, of course, All Might seeing this, he said, so this is the building. As Aizawa, and of course, he just taken Azimuth with him. He said, Principal Nezu, we found the place. Should we prepare the heroes and the police officers? As Principal Nezu said, yeah, we should do that. Tomorrow we will gonna attack, or you know what? I will just gonna call all of the heroes and the police officers right now. We can't leave the student in the hands of the villains right now. You and All Might and Izuku deal with it. And make sure, just to see what's happened. If anything happened to Kaseki Bakugo, immediately go there, alright? As Aizawa said, alright, Principal Nezu. And after that, he closed the phone. After that, Azimuth immediately jumped on Izuku's shoulder and pressed on the dial of the Parametrix, turning him back into a human. As Izuku said, what the hell? That was so weird. As Azimuth said, you're all gonna get used to it. Alright, we found the place. As Izuku said, yeah, thanks for that transformation. What is it? As Azimuth said, well, Tennyson called it Wild Mutt. It's not, is the strongest. He's like a dog, but better than any other dog in your world. As Izuku said, well then, should we, watch? As Azimuth said, yeah, we should watch. And after that, Aizawa taking like a binocular out of his, from somewhere, alright? As immediately after that, he and All Might and Izuku just start watching from far away. As Izuku looking through the binoculars, looking through a window, seeing, of course, or wait, the hideout of the Lake of Villains doesn't have any windows, so we will gonna change the plans a little bit. As Izuku said, but we can't see anything, the building is all closed. As Azimuth said, well, that's will gonna take another transformation. Give me your Parametrix. As All Might said, how many transformation did you even have, young Midoriya? As Izuku said, I don't know, ask him. As Azimuth said, well, if my calculations are right, he's supposed to be having like 10 billion, I suppose. As of course, Aizawa immediately said 10 billion. As Izuku, he freaked out a little bit and said, seriously? As Azimuth said, yeah, didn't you touch the Ultimatrix of Tennyson? That's why I am able to turn you into those monsters. I just look into the data of your Parametrix, and after that, just resetting the DNA and blah blah blah, things like that, and just give you a new transformation. That's all. As Izuku says, oh yeah, I kinda forgot about that, with all these crazy things happen. And after that, Azimuth said, here, this should be enough. And after that, Izuku looking on the Parametrix and immediately pressed on the dial as he transformed into Nanomech. And after that, All Might said, where did young Midoriya go? As after that, All Might started saying, stupid bugs, get away from my face. As after that, Izuku said, I'm here, All Might. As All Might trying to look a little bit as he see Izuku in the small form, as he said, what the? As Azimuth said, now go there and just look what's happening. As Izuku said, alright. As All Might is the only one that heard him because he was so close to him. As of course, Aizawa said, what did he said? As All Might said, he said alright. As after that, he started flying in, and in the end, he got through the, of course, the air vents into the place as he just see Bakugo on the chair being wrapped around chains while Shigaraki and all of the League of Villains just talking with him as Shigaraki said, "Oh, come on, Bakugo. Just join us. You can get rid of, I know that you want to join us. Stop acting like you are a little hero. Why don't you just join us and, the life can be a lot better for you. You can take anything you want," as Baku said, "I will never gonna join the fucking stupid assholes like you, especially with this stupid hand on your face," as Shigaraki said, "You really are annoying." And after that, Izuku said, "This is Bakugo. Should I free him? Maybe it will gonna be a good idea. Alright, let's see." As after that, Izuku go closer and closer into Bakugo as Bakugo said, "Stop it, bug! Get away from my face, bloodsucker!" As of course Dabi said, "What are you screaming at now?" As Izuku said, Bakugo said, "This stupid bug doesn't leave me." As Shigaraki said, "Oh, really? Too bad for you." And after that, suddenly Bakugo started looking on his, of course, chains as he see, just trying to look, but he doesn't see anything. It's quite a little bit too small as right now Izuku has even made himself even more smaller, more smaller so he can fit inside there, of course, the chains as he ran inside and said, "Alright, what can you do, little guy?" As after that, Izuku started looking at his hand and the end, some green balls of light start engulfing his arms as he said, "Alright, I wish this was gonna be useful," as he starts throwing them. And after that, with Bakugo outside of the, inside the chains, immediately his chains broke with the green light as, it's like a little explosion as he immediately freed himself and said, "What the fuck? What happened?" As, Dabi said, he got out, as Shigaraki said, "I can see that." And after that, Baku just jumped back and said, "I don't know what's happened, but I don't care." As after that, Baku getting ready to fight as Shigaraki said, "Mr. Compress, can you please take care of this?" As Bakugo. And after that, Izuku immediately changed his form into werewolf as he right now by the side of course, Bakugo as he screamed and said, "Don't get any closer or I will gonna kill you." As after that, Mr. Compress going back a little bit and said, where did this guy came from?" As Shigaraki said, "So, you are the one that helped him get away, huh?" As Bakugo said, "Who the hell are you?" As Izuku said, "You can call me werewolf. I with the heroes, don't worry." As after that, Shigaraki said, "The heroes?" As in the end, they hear a knock on the door as after that they hear pizza delivery. As after that, Shigaraki said, "What the?" And immediately from the wall open up, revealing All Might jumping in as saying, "I am here." As the door opened up, revealing Headshot and a couple other police heroes, while Kamui was immediately using his wood wrap it around all of the villains, capturing them, and also wrap it around Izuku because he really don't know who this guy is. As All Might said, "Don't worry, Kamui Woods, this guy is with us." As Kamui Woods said, "Oh, sorry." As Izuku said, "Nah, it's not a problem." And after that, All Might putting his hand on Bakugo's shoulder and said, "Are you okay, young Bakugo?" As Bakugo said, "Yeah, All Might, I'm okay." As after that, Shigaraki said, No, this can't be. I can't end up like this." As All Might said, "Well, Shigaraki, this is the end for you. Now, tell us, where is your master?" As after that, Shigaraki said, "You asshole, that fucking stupid wolf. You're the one that found out about our place, right?" As All Might said, "Thanks to this guy here. Because of his help and his strong power, we managed to find you and save Katsuki, Bakugo. Because you underestimated us, you underestimated the heroes, and the strong willpower of this young man here, and also such a strong other people like this man here." As after that, Shigaraki said, Underestimated you? All of you heroes are basically trash on the street. I'm I will never this is not fair. This is not fair at all. As after that, immediately is of course the little guy, Gran Torino, come closer to Shigaraki and said, "It's over, Shigaraki. Tell us, where is your master?" As after that, a gray sludge covering the whole League of Villains, including Bakugo. As Izuku seeing this, he said, "Bakugo!" as he immediately got hold of Bakugo's arm. And after that, the weird goo covering Izuku too, as he being teleported away. And after that, all the League of Villains start coughing as they said, "What the hell?" As Nami said, "What was that?" And immediately after that, Izuku transformed him back into his human form to take a breath, as he said, "What the fuck is that?" As after that, Bakugo coughing too, as he said, "Deku!" As after that, Izuku said, "Oh, what? Why did my transformation, why did it stop? As did my time run out?" As after that, Bakugo getting closer to throw an explosion at Izuku, as he said, "You asshole! You betray us!" As Izuku said, "No, Bakugo, I can explain everything." As after that, they hear from behind of them a sound saying, "Yes, Katsuki Bakugo, I wish that you will not gonna hurt Izuku here, because he's not the one that you running after." As Bakugo looking back, he see All For One, as he said, "And who are you?" As the guy in the suit said, "Well, you can call me All For One." As Izuku hearing this name, he said, "All For One?" As All For One said, "Well, young Midoriya, I see that you are Nomi, right? Well, I also know you because..." And after that, from behind All For One, O'Neil coming out, as Izuku said, "O'Neil!" As after that, O'Neil said, "Good, looks like you are sounding..." "What that look on your face, Izuku? You seem like you saw a ghost, right?" And this will gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Savage was here.